Good morning, it is Vlogmas day 18. We're getting to the end, huh? You guys should let me know if I should still continue doing some vlogs up to the end of December. I'll probably won't be able to vlog as much, obviously, once I start my new job because I'll be, well, working during the day, so I'll only have evenings and weekends, and since I won't be seeing Chloe for most of the time, then weekends will be kind of spent like doing family things, but she still does sleep a lot, so you'll probably still see quite a bit of me. Anyway, I'm heading out just to do like a quick errand. I wanted to go to Sephora to pick something up. I did like their reserve in store for pickup thing for the new Fenty not gloss bomb, like I think it's gloss bomb cream, something like that. It is incredibly cold out today, so I am going to change and then I'll see you guys in a second. Even though I didn't really get that much postpartum hair loss, look at all these crazy baby hairs. I brought in my magnetic mount so I could use it in a video, and I forgot to bring it back and I miss it. It's so cold, we're gonna have to put the seat warmer on and also the heated steering wheel. Okay, I'm at the mall, I have my mask on. I'm wearing one of the new ones I got from Lululemon. This one kind of dried a little bit weird. But yeah, I don't remember what the mask or the color is called, but I'll put it here. Okay, I'm looking for this, but the cream one. It's super quiet in here, which is obviously what I prefer. But yeah, makeup just isn't as fun if you can't swatch it, but it's still fun to look around, I guess. Okay, success. I just got the Fenty Glow. They had a mauve one that I was considering, but I figured I would just try one to see if I like it, and if I do like it, I'll pick up some more. This is how I always lose things. Okay, I'm at Mastermind Toys because I want to see if I can get something for Chloe. I'm home and I did not end up getting anything from Masterminds because I didn't really see anything I liked. I want to get her a toy that doesn't really need batteries, something she can play with. Yeah, I just feel like she's outgrown a lot of the toys that she currently has, so I just want to get her something a little bit more interactive. But I was looking for things that, yeah, she wouldn't necessarily have to put batteries in, so maybe like a wooden toy or something. I might check well.ca because I think they have some cute kids toys too. Hi, Chloe. Did you have a good nap? Did you have a good nap? Were you waiting for Mama to come inside? Hi. Okay, so I got this book from Amazon. It's called Salamat po, which means thank you in Tagalog, because I wanted Chloe to learn a little bit about the Filipino culture, you know, how we say things, you know, for older brothers and sisters or older cousins, we always say kuya or ate, so things like that. I wanted her to have a book that kind of explains it. And when you're buying things on Amazon, sometimes there's previews of like some of the pages, sometimes there isn't. For this specific book, there wasn't. Or if there was, I didn't look at it. I just looked at the cover and I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. So the very first page that I flipped to, which was so hilariously funny, was, wait for it, this page. And so first of all, on this side is a dedication, and this book is dedicated to the author's children, so Chloe and Brandon, who are both half Filipino. And then on this page, it says, "Hi, I'm Chloe." So the book is based on this this girl. Her name is Chloe, and yeah, she says that she lives in NYC. Okay, we don't live in NYC, but she's half Filipino, and she's learning about how respect is shown in the Filipino culture. And I just thought that was so funny. Yeah, so throughout, you'll see Chloe saying different phrases in Tagalog, and yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, so bizarre. I'm going to talk about what's in my bag because that was one of the suggestions that I got from Vlogmas, and in my bag collection video I got a request to do a what's in my bag on this particular handbag, which is the Chanel Timeless Classic medium technically medium large, double flap. And this is in lambskin. I talked a little bit about it in that video. I've had it for many years. I got it in 2013. I always want to say 2014, but it wasn't. It was January 2013. And I love it. I don't use that often, and that was like one of the other questions I got was why don't I use this, or why don't I talk about it? And it's one, I don't really use it that often. I used it a lot when I first got it. You know, I was living and working downtown in Toronto, and my condo was like a couple steps away from the underground, so I was never like wearing heavy bulky winter coats, so it went a little bit better with, I guess, my wardrobe back then too. Nowadays I'm like in a parka as soon as it starts snowing, and this doesn't really go that well with a parka. It doesn't really like fit over a parka that well. Also, when I did first get it, I was working for an organization where it just felt a little bit more accepted, not even accepted, but appropriate to be using you know, a Chanel to work, because the person I reported to at the time actually had a Hermes Birkin, so if anything, like the Chanel was like compared to that. But then in 2014 I started working for the company that I'm with now, and even though I work in head office and I am around like more business professional people, sometimes when I'm going to the sites and I'm talking to like frontline employees, like I don't really want to be perceived as like I'm flexing on people. So I usually try to keep my wardrobe and my bags and all that kind of stuff pretty subdued in the workplace. I do want to say that I definitely love this bag. It's not a bag that I'll ever part with, and I don't think of it as like an investment piece. That's not what my train of thought was when I was buying it. It was just that it was a dream to have the bag, and yeah, it was a little dream that I fulfilled for myself. Anyway, so I'm happy to have it, even though I don't use it that often. Well, I hardly ever used it this past year. This is like the first time I've probably taken it out. But another reason I don't really use it that much is because it actually doesn't fit a lot. So this is the medium. There's technically a small, and then there's a jumbo, and then there's the maxi. And it fits like basically what I need, but it just never quite fits enough. I have a Men's Gabrielle double zip back there, which I showed you in my bag collection, and it's smaller than this. It's probably like half the size, but it fits the same, if not a little bit more than this. I think it might just be because too, I could technically stuff this a lot more, but I don't want to like ruin the shape of the bag, so I do try to put as little in it as possible. Oh, another reason I haven't been using this is because I actually need to have the chain, not the chain, but the leather in the chain repaired, because I nicked it on something and then it's just coming apart a little bit. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's talk about what I keep inside. Like I said, there's definitely not as much stuff in here as you would think, because you think, oh, it's like a relatively big bag. But because it's like that bag in bag design with the double flap, it actually doesn't really hold that much. So I rarely put anything in the back pocket. If I do, it's usually like a parking ticket or something like that. Not a parking ticket, but you know, those like little tickets that you get from the machine when you pay for parking. So yeah, sometimes I'll put those in here, receipts, but I don't put like objects in here. One, it's kind of a small, like tight fitting pocket, and two, like just doesn't really fit very much. I also don't put anything in this like front flap pocket, because again, it's kind of like a, to me, like a useless pocket. I don't even put my phone in there, because I feel like a phone's like too big to put in there. There is that zippered compartment at the top, and I originally was planning on putting like the authenticity card in here, but it's too tight for that. But I do actually keep something in here, and it is a business card. I don't know if I should like say the name, but this is a business card from the very first Chanel bag that I bought for myself. Anyway, the very first Chanel bag that I purchased with my own money from a part-time job while I was living with my parents was the, they used to call it the XL classic handbag, but it was actually the jumbo, and it was the black caviar leather with the silver hardware, and guess how much it was? It was $2,800. This was 2008, 2009, 2008, probably 2008. Bought that bag thinking that that's what I wanted, but it's not what I wanted. It was like too big, it was too heavy. I wasn't a huge fan of the caviar leather. Silver at the time was what I was going for, but in hindsight, I definitely would have gotten gold. And yeah, it ended up getting stolen. So I keep this as a reminder. But yeah, it got stolen at school. In like a common area. I was at the library, I was studying, and I was, first of all, when I got that bag, I think it was the summer of 2008, and I used it all the time, like all the time. Like you could not pry that bag away from my hands. So like I said, flexing wasn't in my vocabulary back then, but I feel like in hindsight, that's what I was doing. I was like flexing at school, and I kind of deserve, it was karma, you know, for that bag to get stolen. But I remember studying, I had like a late class, and then I went to the library afterwards, and I went to go get myself a coffee from Tim Hortons, and the bag wasn't out, just like on the table. I actually put my coat over it, so it was hidden, and I brought my wallet with me because obviously I was paying for coffee and I had my phone. And yeah, when I came back to the table, I didn't even really notice for a little bit because I was like putting my coffee down, I was like doing other things, and then when I went to put my wallet like back in the purse, so I like lifted my coat up, I was like, where'd it go? I can laugh about it now, but back then it was pretty devastating because I had just dropped, well, $2,800 plus tax on it. Anyway, I asked campus security and they didn't see anything, and they did go through the footage and all that stuff, but there was like no suspicious characters. So yeah, it was gone and I was devastated, and then I just used, I think for the rest of the year, this like TNA canvas tote that I got from Aritzia. So they took the whole bag, and luckily my wallet wasn't in there, and also my keys to my car weren't in there, because usually I put my keys, actually to this day I still put my keys usually in my like coat or jacket pocket. So all they ended up taking was a few lip balms, some like old receipts. So yeah, luckily like no money or anything like that was stolen, but hey, what are you gonna do? I took a bit of an intermission there, but yeah, that's all I keep in that upper zipper pocket, just as a reminder of what could have been, but really more of just like a reminder of how crazy the prices have gone. It's crazy. Like I said, I bought this bag at the beginning of 2013, and since then the price has doubled, like at least doubled, which is just, it's crazy. So there is limited space in here for your items, and I usually carry a little bit more with me typically, but I also drive everywhere, so anything that's really not non-essential I could always just leave in the car. So for example, water or sunglasses, I usually leave those in the car. So everything in here is just really like essentials, things that I for sure need. So one is glasses. Now I don't have to wear glasses all the time, but I do at night to drive, otherwise everything's just really blurry. And obviously a traditional hard or even like a soft case isn't gonna fit in here, so I usually just put my glasses, I do this for any of my bags really, but I just put them in this pouch. So I usually switch up the glasses every week or every couple of days, but the pouch is the same, and this is actually from Chanel also, because I have a couple of frames from them, but the ones I currently have in there, and they look really dirty, are these ones from Tom Ford. I have my phone in there, and it's just really for demonstration purposes. I usually keep my phone in my pocket if I'm wearing a jacket, sometimes in my hand, but if I want to be hands-free, yeah, it does go in the bag. This is the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I do have the Apple silicone case on there. I don't use these like inner pockets for anything other than an extra mask. Usually if I'm wearing a mask, it'll be on a mask chain, so it's around my neck, or it's a Lululemon one, which just kind of has its own built-in mask chain, but I do carry an extra one just in case I need it, if I dirty one, if I just like want to replace one. I have my wallet, this is just the Louis Vuitton zippy coin purse, I think. And yeah, I've had this for like 3 years now, 3 years, and I love it. I don't use big wallets anymore. I used to have like the big zippy wallet, but this is like my preferred size because it fits in everything, and also it's like really easy to carry because sometimes I'll just like leave the house with my phone and my wallet, sometimes just even my phone because it has a wallet in there, and keys, and that's it. Inside my wallet, because we always like to know, I have a $20 bill. So yeah, that's like the only cash that I have on me. I have a Carter's Oshkosh gift card. I have my driver's license and health card. And I actually also have Chloe's health card in here. I have my Presto Pass, but I haven't used this in like well over a year. And I also have another gift card. This apparently only has $13.84 on it. Costco membership. The Beau and I are executive members. It doesn't really mean anything other than you pay a little bit more for your membership and you get 2% cash back on your purchases. And then I have a debit card. So I bank with Tangerine. So this is like their new Visa debit card. And I also have their Tangerine MasterCard, which probably shouldn't show you like the numbers, but like I said, I've had this wallet for 3 years now. So in case you're wondering about wear and tear, there hasn't really been that much wear per se on like the canvas here. The only wear that I can really notice is on the pull, the brass pull. You can see it's just like fading a little bit, but that's pretty much it. There isn't very many things left in here. I have a Kit Kat. I always like just to bring like a little chocolate snack. The other day I had a Reese's from my advent calendar. Lip balm, which is the Glow Recipe Lip Pop. I used to before COVID, like just bring lip balm like usually in a tube or a pot, but with COVID and just having to wear masks and things like that, it's definitely a lot easier to have something in this style so that it's easy to apply and I'm not like putting my finger in something. And so yeah, it's weird how before I had no qualms about it, but now it's just like, ooh, like I don't want to do that. I have a pen in case I have to put my signature on something. I don't want to use a pen because that is one thing that a lot of stores tend to overlook in terms of sanitization between customers is the pen. Often they'll just have it on the counter and yeah, some stores will sanitize the pen, but a lot of stores actually forget about that. The last two things I have in here are kind of your COVID essentials, but hand sanitizer. This is just like a little mini bottle of the Purell, but I used that up a long time ago. I just keep refilling it with whatever hand sanitizer that we have in the house. We have usually like the big like liter jugs, and then I just pump some, decant some into here. And then hand cream, and this is the one I'm currently using, which is from Glossier. That's it. I do have keys, but I actually don't carry them in my bag because my car and actually the Beau's car both have keyless entry. So as long as you have the keys on you and you're proximal to the vehicle, it will unlock and start because it's also push to start. So I never keep my keys in my bag because sometimes I'll actually just leave my bag in the car and just take my phone and my wallet and my keys inside a store, depending on if I'm just like going for like a quick in and out. So often I will just put my keys in like my coat pocket, which like I said is a good habit that I had because when I did have that jumbo flap stolen, I was able to get home because my keys were not in my handbag, they were in my coat pocket. So yeah, blessings. Anyway, that is what is in my bag. Like I said, it's a very pared down version because this bag does not carry a lot. I'm going to shove all of the contents of my bag into this Mansur Gabrielle double zip. So you can see that the double zip is much smaller than the medium flap, but it does actually hold quite a lot. So my wallet, I'll even put my keys in there, my Kit Kat and pens, hand sanitizer, glasses, phone, and there's like still quite a bit of room. I could still probably put like, these are like some extra batteries, some lip balm, and yeah, there's still even a little bit of room like left on the top, but so yeah, that's basically why I don't really use this that often, because it's beautiful to look at and beautiful to touch, but it just it's not as practical as some of my other bags. Okay, I'm just making Chloe this recipe from the baby-led feeding book, although I do substitute salmon for the ham, and she really loves these things. I have this silicone mini muffin tray. The only downside about this is that it's really flimsy, so you should have to put it on like another tray to take it in and out of the oven. But it's perfect because these are just like perfect little, I would say 1 bite size amounts, but it's perfect. She can hold it in her hand. I don't have to like chop it up or anything. Although before she got like a good handle on feeding herself, I did chop it up with scissors. This is my mixture so far. So I have my broccoli that is like really finely chopped. I actually put it in our food processor because I want it to be like really fine. And then I also mix in the salmon, and you can add them like ground pepper if you want. I did a little bit, but I definitely don't add salt just because Chloe's only 10 months, so I don't like to have any added salt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to scoop a little bit into the muffin tray, and then I'm going to pour in some eggs. Okay, I just have to add the egg right now. So this is a 24 mini muffin tray. So Chloe's playing in the background with Nine. I still have obviously a bunch left. So what I do is I bake them. I only have one of these trays. I should get another one. But I bake them, and I'll have probably like 24, 48, maybe even a little bit more than that. And then I'll usually freeze them in packs so that, yeah, I can just thaw them whenever I need them. Okay, this is the finished product. Yeah, there's quite a few here. So usually Chloe will have 2 to 3 of these per meal, well, for lunch or dinner. So yeah, I just wanted to have a bunch so that I could freeze some, and then they're really easy to thaw too. I usually just take them out of the freezer either the night before or the morning of, and they're usually fine for like lunch or dinner that day. So also, this is the last dish that we are going to be baking in this oven. So we're getting our new range delivered tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to end the video here. I forgot to show you guys what we were having for dinner, but we had salmon for dinner. It was the last dinner that we cooked on our range because we're gonna get a new one tomorrow. And I'm just doing my nighttime routine right now, and I got a question about like what my skincare routine is. I'm still using the same products. I've been cleansing my skin with the Biossance cleansing oil, and then also the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. When I use my Clarisonic, which I still have been using my Clarisonic every couple days, or no, a couple days a week, sometimes once a week, I'm using this Make Prem Low Irritant and Mild Acid Foam. I don't know why that was so difficult to say. Yeah, I like this. I usually like a foam cleanser with the Clarisonic. I just feel like it really gets in there. But I don't like, obviously, a foam cleanser that's dry. And that one is good. I got that from Yes Style. Actually, they sent me that a while back. And for oils and serums, I'm not really using anything like super fancy. The Squalane Rose Oil, Vitamin C Rose Oil, which I love. And then I just actually got this new bottle from Sephora, but this is the L'Occitane. What do they call this? Immortal Reset. I think it's like the night oil or something like that. So these are kind of the oils that I've been using, and yeah, that's pretty much all I use at night. I still have to get like a good eye cream. I don't know whether I believe in an eye cream or not. But I kind of want to get one that's a little bit richer. I do like the Glossier one. I want one to top over this because yeah, I do like this, but I just don't feel like in the winter time it's rich enough. I like a really like thick cream under the eyes. I might go back to the Kiehl's avocado eye cream because I really like that one for like drier days, but undecided. Anyway, that's pretty much my nighttime skincare routine. Like I'm still using like hyaluronic acid, Hada Labo. If I feel like my skin is getting really, really dry, I've been using the Weleda Skin Food. If I get a spot on my skin, I'm using the Mario Badescu Buffering Lotion. And I gotta say, unpopular opinion, but I prefer this over the, I don't remember what it's called now, but the one with the pink sediment. It'll come to me eventually, but yeah, I definitely prefer the buffering lotion over that because lately I've been getting just like bumps under the skin, like cystic kind of bumps, and this is definitely much better for that. This has like a mixture of niacinamide, and I've always found niacinamide to work really nicely on my skin. Okay, let's do our advent calendar. Day 18. Eating just one per day is the real challenge. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I'm currently editing today's vlogmas video because I want to try to get it up in a timely fashion for tomorrow. I'm currently trying to scrub through 46 minutes of footage. Yeah, I have a bad habit of just like leaving the camera on as I'm recording, even though I'm like going to do something, and then I just have a bunch of like footage where there's absolutely nothing happening. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.